So my name, as she said, is Joli Haven, and I serve as the Senior Director of Development for Firefly. Some of you may be familiar with us as Children's Bureau. We underwent a merger with another organization called Families First about 2 years ago now. And we, as a result, decided it was time to change our name to better reflect the whole of what we do. So hopefully you've seen that change, and hopefully soon everybody will know us as Firefly. Our organization aims to empower individuals to build stronger families and communities. So we do that through a wide range of prevention and intervention programs. Here in Grant County, our largest focus is on prevention, and it's primarily through our Community Partners for Child Safety program and our new Family Resource Center, which just opened up it'll be 2 years ago in the winter. So through Community Partners, our community liaisons provide in-home and sometimes virtual visitation to help families identify the roots of instability and crisis, and then develop a plan to address those concerns. We then help connect them with various community resources and education, ultimately hoping to keep the family intact and on a path to stability. This is a program that we know works, boasting on average a 97% success rate at keeping families out of the child welfare system. This program works in tandem with the Family Resource Center, a collaborative project with the IU School of Social Work, which was designed to serve as a low barrier hub where vulnerable families can access community resources. So our resource center in Grant County is located at the Rio Community Covenant Church in Marion. Next slide, please. So due to state privacy regulations, I must note that we are kind of generally unable to share actual pictures of the clients we serve through most of our programs, including Community Partners. But I do have some pictures to share today from our Family Resource Center. So the picture that you see here is a picture of our children's play area. And the common denominator for most of the families we serve is financial instability. So the Family Resource Center was designed with several elements in mind to help support them, including a food pantry and areas where they could access various services, but we wanted to make it very welcoming and family friendly. So there's these children's play areas in each space so that we can make sure that kiddos are occupied while their parents access services. The common denominator, as I said, is often financial instability. So we serve many ALICE families, which is it's an identifier that was coined by the United Way, but it stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed Families. So basically the working poor. And these are families that do not earn enough income to achieve basic economic survival and self-sufficiency. More than 40% of the families in Grant County households live at or below ALICE thresholds. And that's the third highest percentage of children living in poverty in the state. It's exceeded only by Lake and Vigo counties. So Grant County was one of 4 counties that we originally identified as being the most in need of services when we started to pilot our Family Resource Center project. Next slide, please. So the 2 ladies that you see before you have worked with us for a long time. Their names are Christina and Carrie. Christina oversees the Family Resource Center, and Carrie is a community liaison within the Community Partners program. Both of them are very passionate about their clients, and it's very evident in the stories that they share. So I wanted to share just one of those stories with you today. The Smith family was living in their car for over a month when they first started working with us. When they came in and we assessed their needs, we found that their greatest needs were housing stability, programming for their child's disability, and cancer services for one of the parents that was recently diagnosed. We recognized that it was difficult for the family to focus on getting medical care when their housing situation was so dire. With money through the Community Foundation's grant, we were able to immediately pay for a hotel stay for them to begin their path to stability. We worked with the family on getting connected to cancer services, as well as those needed services for their child. We were also able to provide a gas card for the family to get to and from their appointments. We referred the family and they began working with our community programs partners program with Carrie specifically through where they found stable housing and were able to move in just shortly thereafter. They were able to get the financial supports they desperately needed through the grant and to help regain stability in their lives. So they're just one of many examples. Can I have the next slide, please? Here we go. So Firefly has helped more than 200 families in Grant County in 2022 through these programs to date. The pandemic, we find, had lingering effects for many of them. The majority of the clients we serve reside in Marion specifically, but we also served families in Fairmont, Ballerton, Gas City, Matthews, and Van Buren. Next slide, please. Thanks to the foundation's generosity, we provided direct financial assistance through the grant to 116 families, which far exceeded our expectations. We also served many more by restocking our food pantry shelves, which I have pictured here, which are accessed by 60 to 90 families each month. We also purchased back to school supplies for events that served 100 children. We helped 104 families access the Family Resource Center with gift cards for gas so they could participate in those services. That's definitely one of the initial barriers that we found in opening the Family Resource Center, that is just hard for families that are further away to get there. And so that's been a tremendous benefit to be able to ensure that they can get those services. 7 families experiencing homelessness received emergency hotel stays while we assisted them in finding permanent housing. And we helped 3 families with utilities and 1 family with vehicle repairs. Next slide, please. So our years of experience have taught us that thriving parents lead to thriving children and a thriving community. If we can prevent the circumstances that lead to instability, families are more likely to remain intact and self-sufficient. We so appreciate your tremendous support of these families and our organization. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.